Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Art Boss Report. Today, we're going to be talking about how there is plenty of time to make thousands of dollars before the end of the year. And yes, it is November, and we're going to be talking about Black Friday sales, how to get ready for Black Friday, how to start closing. Literally, it's the best selling season of the year. So if you're here today to listen to how to get rid of the mindset that says, oh, it's too late in the year to actually make money, I'm going to tell you right now that many businesses aren't even in the black until after Thanksgiving. They are not making a profit. That's what that means, is they're not making a profit until after Thanksgiving. So you're not alone if you're like, oh, it feels like it's too late. Feels like it's the end of the year and it's too late to make money. That is exactly what Black Friday means. It means most businesses are not even in using a black ink until after this amazing time of the year. It is the best selling season of the year. So if you're here today to listen and to get the lowdown on how we close those thousands of sales, those thousands of dollars in sales before the end of the year, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm so excited to get started. My name is Rena Uha, here every single week sharing with you the things we need to be doing in our business in order to have that consistent monthly income and be on that simplest and fastest path to a six-figure art income if you want to. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in today. We're going to be talking about Black Friday sales. We're going to be talking about how we can be claiming that art business awesomeness that we need in order to create those consistent sales. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Art Boss Report. Yes, today we are claiming our art business awesomeness, and we're going to be talking about Black Friday. We're going to be talking about how we can get our business ready for Black Friday with what I like to call low touch or no touch sales processes. When we are working in the online market, we have this amazing opportunity to be automating our sales and our marketing process. We have the ability to include tools and systems that do the heavy lifting for us. So that we can actually be back in our studios and delivering on all of the artwork that we are selling and really spend the time connecting with those ideal clients who want what we have because they know they need what we have. So we're going to be talking today. I'm going to be sharing with you a concept of art business awesomeness. There are 5 levels that we can actually incorporate into our business processes that allow for us to level up our businesses and allow for us to meet our sales goals. I've said it before. I say it every single year. It's November. It's Q3. There is plenty of time to make thousands of dollars in art sales. And if you're not willing to step in right now, and if you're not willing to actually take the action you need, you're missing out on the best-selling season of the year. Black Friday is called Black Friday because for most businesses, it's the first day that they're actually in their profit margins. I know, sounds crazy. It is an old school term. Like, just Google it. It's an old school term. It was back in the days where everybody kept their ledgers. If it was a black pen, that meant you were in the positive. And if you were using a red pen, that meant you still needed to make money to cover and start making profit, right? That's what we want. Sales are great, but profit's even better. So let's do it. Let's just talk about business awesomeness, and let's spend a little bit of time on the most important step that every business needs in order to create that consistent monthly income. So I'm going to be sharing this. This isn't the first time that we've talked about art business awesomeness. We actually started talking about it last week, and I shared with you all of the 5 steps of having an art business that's awesome. You guys are amazing. You're a creative, you're an artist. That skill set alone is freaking amazing. Most people don't have that skill set for creativity, taking something that's in their brain and actually manifesting it and creating a piece of artwork on a canvas or clay or wood, whatever your substrate is, and really actually have this amazing piece of artwork that manifests an idea, a concept, a memory, something that you've been inspired inside of your own personal life, and now you get to inspire the world. So this is, I like this because it really feels like it feels like the sales, or it feels like the gas needle on, when you're revving up your car. And I think what we really need to recognize is when we claim the 5 levels of awesomeness, every single time that we try something new, we actually start right back at the beginning. It's just like when we're driving down the street and we can be cruising along, and then we come to a intersection where we have to make a choice which way to turn. We have to actually start thinking through all of the levels of awesomeness for our business again. The best news is most of the time we won't get stuck at the lower levels, right? We'll go really quick. We can hit the gas pedal and get speed really quickly when we're actually incorporating this whole concept into our art businesses. So I'm going to spend just a second to walk through it. Really, the 5 levels of awesomeness for our art businesses start with curiosity. We just need to make sure that when we ask a question, like, I wonder if I can close sales at Black Friday, that's a curiosity question. We're going to do what it takes to actually answer that question and actually pull through those sales. So curiosity just starts first with being like, I wonder, right? Whether we are looking at our art business and we just had an amazing vacation, beautiful country, a new country, and we're like, oh my gosh, all these inspirations. I wonder if I can capture that sunset. Okay. Or we could be saying, it's Black Friday coming up soon, and I know it's the best selling season of the year. How can I actually start leveraging the power that people already have their credit cards out? They're looking for things to purchase. And that is one of the reasons why the holiday season is one of the best selling seasons of the years, because we don't have to convince people to pull out their credit cards. They're actually already have their credit cards out and they're like, what should I buy? Okay. So curiosity is where we start. And when we were like, yep, I'm curious, I wonder how I do this, we have to move our business to a level where we start increasing our skill sets, whether that's our art skill set, right? The very first time that we realize we're an amazing artist and we're like, I wonder if I can actually create a business from this skill set. We have to continually increase our art skill sets. And I'm going to add in there for the next time I share this, we also need to make sure that we're increasing our business skill set. So if our question is a business question, if the curiosity that we have, we need to make sure that we are increasing our knowledge base and increasing our skill sets. Those first 2 levels are very intuitive. I know that as creatives, you have the understanding and you know how to do this. You also know that if you're an artist and you're like, I really would love to be an artist. And if you say, it would be so great to be an artist, but you never bought a paintbrush, you never bought clay, you never bought canvas, you never bought all the tools that you needed to actually practice, you can never up level your skill set. And when people tell you, I wish I was an artist, but they refuse to buy paint and clay or any of the tools they need in order to be a better artist, you would just roll your eyes at them and say, well, you can't be a better artist if you're not willing to invest in the tools and the skills that you need. So when business awesomeness, we need to recognize some of the skill sets that we need to also obtain for our art business, which is, how do we find new customers? How do we close more sales? Those are all of the skill sets that we need to be building as well. So pretty intuitive. Not most professional artists who've decided to really create income from their artwork, they're not going to get stuck on level 1 or stuck on level 2. They recognize that those are really important. They recognize that they've already pulled apart from hobby artists who are just they're curious and they're kind of playing with their skill set. But a serious professional artist will really quickly be able to work through levels 1 and level 2. I believe that the most important step is right here at resilience. And so we're going to spend a little bit of time here today. We have to be resilient in the process of building our art business. Okay. So this is the big question that I ask myself when I know I'm like, yep, I'm curious. I wonder how I can maximize sales during Black Friday. I know that I have to go out and I need to make sure that I have the tools that I need. I'm like, I need to have leads. I need to have social media platforms that have enough followers. I need to have enough people inside of my containers where I have engagement and I have more sales conversations. I need to invest in the tools that I need, the email platforms, the sales funnels, the CRMs. And I also know that I need to be making sure that even though I have all those tools, sometimes I just need a little bit of a jump start from people that know more about those tools than I do. Resilience comes down to what happens when you meet a business challenge, right? Do you actively look for a solution or do you just quit? Okay. This is the most important part level. Okay. And that's what I said at the very beginning. We're going to be talking about the most important part of your business awesomeness is really here at resilience. It's also kind of interesting because you're right at that tipping point where you can choose to go back down to zero where you have no results, or you can choose to move forward and you can start claiming some of the more advanced tools and skill sets that allow for you to continue to meet your goals. So we're gonna pop back here and talk a little bit more about resilience, because I really believe it's one of the biggest places that for serious artists, they're at risk for getting stuck, especially when they're first starting out in their art businesses, especially when they have this beautiful, amazing product, but it's one of the first times they've ever thought about really using their skill set to create financial freedom for themselves. We have to also, level 4, we have to start creating systems and formulas. Okay. This is a skill set, but it's also more than a skill set because it is having a everlasting tool and system that allows for you to continue. It's the part that creates the consistent monthly income. When we're increasing our understanding of how to sell our artwork online, but we haven't formalized it and we haven't created the systems, we're at risk for it, for our system, because we don't have a system, we're at risk for our sales to go down because we're not actually continually doing what works and continually doing what makes the income. So the 5 levels of business awesomeness, really level 4 is about creating those systems and formulas, testing them and reusing the ones that work for our businesses. Okay. So that's super important to do as we're leveling up, as we're moving to 6 figures, when we're creating the $5,000 to $8,000 a month that we need in order to close sales so that we have financial freedom. That is in the formulas. Okay. And then when we start leveling up in that beyond part, 6 figures and beyond, baby, when I ask you, hey, what are you looking for in your art business? And you click off the thing that said, the little box that says 6 figures and beyond, baby, it is in the automations. It's taking those formulas and systems and letting tools that are sitting out there in the marketplace that we can purchase. Some of them are for free. The really powerful ones pay for themselves on a monthly basis. Even if they cost $100 a month, you can clearly see when you're running a system how when you added that automation, now it pays for itself and it's actually automatically running and making the income that you need. So this is where we start identifying those manual tasks that we're doing that are working, that are super repeatable, right? That can be managed with tools and systems, and even sometimes part of automations is also called delegations, where you see the amount of time that you spend on a certain task is actually something that should be outsourced. So this is the 5 levels of business automation. I'm sorry, business awesomeness. Because we want a business that's awesome. And I'm going to tell you my definition of business awesomeness is getting your business to the level where it's making consistently the amount of money that allows for you to be living the artist life. That's what we call it. Whatever the #artist life, whatever that means for you, that's what we need to make sure our business can deliver. So I spoke last week a little bit more about these 5 levels of art, business awesomeness, but I want to really spend a little bit of time here today in resilience, because we're heading towards the end of the year. Okay. I know that we're working super hard in our art businesses. We're creating beautiful artwork. And sometimes the amount of work we're doing creating artwork doesn't match our monthly income. And so that's where resilience comes in. So when I'm working with artists and I see that they're stuck at resilience, some of the things that I can quickly identify when I can see, like, I'm asking you questions. I'm trying to identify where you are in your business awesomeness and where you need to be focusing next. This isn't what you're doing wrong. It's about where we need to be focusing first. So when we focus on resilience, this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing statements like, I'm not good enough. It's just not good enough. My process isn't good enough. Everything's not perfect. I don't want to step out in my business until everything is perfect. I hear that's what I hear. There, when you're at risk for things not being perfect and you choose not to act and you choose not to try to make money simply because everything's not right, it's typically a resistance in resilience. Another statement, it's not fair. It's not fair that I have this great, amazing skill set. It's not fair that I have to learn how to run a business too. Until you're not alone. Every single creative business owner, every single entrepreneur that's out there, they have a product and they have a skill set and they have to create a business. So it's not about not being fair. It's a choice. Okay. You can choose to still stay a hobby artist and just enjoy the curiosity and increasing skill set, or you can move forward and you can claim the ability to make huge amount of money creating the sales and building sales from selling your artwork, whether you're selling it online or in person. The third one is, this is just too hard, right? I'm going to stop here because everything's just too hard. So let's kind of walk and let's just unpack that for a minute, because all three of those, they're truths, right? They're like, so I don't know if what I have is good enough, because the I don't know part, if you believe it's true, it's true. I can't convince you otherwise, right? If you believe it's true, it's going to be true. It's not fair. Well, life isn't fair. That's true. Okay. And then number three, is it too hard? Absolutely. If you're building a business and you're not hitting something that's a little too hard, the reality is you're going to do so much more when your sales are going to like explode when you actually hit up against something that might be a little hard. Okay. So if everything's just come really easy and you're like, I'm selling so much artwork and I don't even have to try, my heart like explodes with joy, because I'm like going, oh my gosh, when you start trying and you start adding these systems and these automations, you think your business is exploding right now, just wait, because it's going to like be amazing and crazy. So the first one, right? I'm not sure if I'm good enough. And here's the reframe, because most of resilience sits in mindset. I wish it wasn't true. I wish this wasn't true. Most of the artists that I work with on a monthly basis, and I'm connecting with thousands of artists every single month, most of them stop right here. And it's a choice. Okay? It is a mindset choice. It's in the place where comfort and having to have everything perfect is what is stopping them from actually getting what they want, which is consistent monthly art sales. So mindset plays a huge part of a small business owner's life. It's just, there's a truth, there's a fact. And if we're in our own bubble and we're not in communities and we're not getting the support that we need from other business owners who A, have experienced the same thing, and B, know how to move through that, you're just going to get stuck in resilience. And the resistance is where you're going to get stuck, and you're not going to be able to move through the resilience. So it's okay. Here's the first thing, right? It's okay that you don't understand everything. It's okay that you're still building your skill set for creating artwork. It's okay that you're still building your understanding of how to run a high, very successful six-figure art business and beyond. Okay. It will get easier. It will get easier. And I guarantee you, every time you level up your business, you're going to find a new business question and a new business challenge that you're going to have to work through. You're going to need to come right back to this 5 levels of business awesomeness and identify where you are in this beautiful scale. I need to put a little red ticker there that kind of like indicates that it moves back and forth. You're going to have to do it every single time. So it's okay that you don't understand everything. And it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Claim the win. This is a win when you finally say, I don't know how to do something. I don't know if it's perfect, but that's okay, because I'm going to make a choice to move forward. Okay. So number 2, it's okay. It's okay that you don't know, right? So not only that's okay that you don't understand, it's okay that you don't know. This is all that matters, that you want to know. Okay. This is so there's this place between I don't understand. It's okay that you don't understand. You know what to need to do forward. And then you have to say, it's okay because this is more personal. It's okay that I don't know how to do this. It only matters that you make the choice to move forward. So it's more about the action here. You have to move forward. And then the third one is like when it's too hard, right? Oh, it's too hard. It's okay that you're frustrated because all business owners are. I don't care how big of a business that you're running. I don't care what your product is that you're selling. If you're not getting to the place where things are too hard, then you're not going to grow. You're just going to plateau. And most plateaus then go down. They don't go up unless you start getting past this resilience and getting through, claiming the resilience. Okay. So it's okay that you're frustrated. Okay. This is why, because you have now some choices. Okay? The way that we get from resilience to formulas is we have to make some choices. And there are always three basic choices. There's the base, there's the action to there's the choice to take action and get help. Okay. That's the best option. I'm just going to tell you, if you don't know how to do something, get help. Get help. The second option is the second option is also an action, and it's called dabbling. Okay. And so this is where a lot of high-end business owners can get lost and get stuck. And when they're really wanting to move their businesses forward, they know that this is potentially a place they can get stuck. So the third choice is just to stop. Okay. So you have three choices: take action, get help, take action and just dabble for years and go, it's just not working, but I don't know why. And the third option is to stop. Why did I spend so much time on resilience? Okay. So this is why, because working with so many artists every single month, this is where most artists get stuck. They get stuck in the resilience. They get stuck specifically. And I know some of you have heard this in the dabbling. They're over asking Mr. Google. They're trying little small tips and tricks. People are like, that's why I'm not a big fan of tips and tricks here. If you're working inside of the Art Boss, even if you're in my free zone, tips and tricks just create dabbling. I want you to have what you need in order to move your business forward. So I know that most serious professional artists get stuck right here in resilience. Okay. So they never move any further. They're unwilling to invest in the formulas and the tools that actually get the big results because they're like, I'm not sure how to create a strong, big business. And if I can't figure it out on my own, I would prefer just to dabble. For those of you who want to move forward and want to move forward quicker, okay, I'm talking to you right now. If you're like, I just love dabbling, it actually makes me feel really good. I love that for you, but I don't love that for your business. Okay. So if you're happy dabbling and you're happy with what that's producing, that's totally cool. But I really want to talk to the professional artists who are at the place in resilience where they're dabbling and they're not actually creating the formulas. And if it means actually working with someone and purchasing the formulas and purchasing the tools that you need, okay, that's what we're going to be talking about. Okay. So I want you to know all those formulas, all those strategies, okay, they've been around for years, right? It's not simple to understand how to apply those formulas and those rules and those strategies and those tools to our businesses because there's so many choices and there is a right order to do this. So I want you guys, this is Black Friday, right? It's already November. If you're not building Black Friday strategies right now, you are behind the curve and you're building them for next year. Okay. So I want you guys to have the Black Friday selling strategies and also holiday strategies. Again, plenty of time to make thousands of dollars before the end of the year. So I want you to have the low touch, no touch strategies that allow for you to close a couple $1,000s in sales. If you want more than a couple thousand, the strategies still work, right? This still works. So this week, tomorrow, I'm going to be working with art bosses who are inside of the Content Creation Club and the Business Builder programs, where we are building those low touch, no touch systems that close Black Friday and holiday sales. We have to do it now. If we're not setting it up now, it's not going to be ready for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. So if you're interested and you're like, yeah, absolutely, sign me up. I'm ready for the formulas and I'm ready for the automations. We're building them right now. And when you work inside of the Art Boss, that's exactly what we're going to be. Not only do you have to figure it out on your own, I'm giving it to you. I'm giving you all of the posts that you need. I'm giving you the email sequences. I'm giving you even the automation tools if you're using those. I'm giving you the funnels and the email, like everything's written out, the email campaigns, as well as how to bridge to those sales conversations, right? Because we can do a lot of work if we're not actually obtaining that skill set, which is bridging to sales conversations so that you can close them, then you don't have the full transformation. So I want this for you. I want you guys to be able to have the black pen out now and seriously at Black Friday going, yeah, I'm no longer going to leave sales on the table. I am going to work in a way that it has a formula and it actually allows for me to let my systems and my tools do the heavy lifting of sales and marketing for me. So if you're interested in what we're doing over here in the Art Boss content creation, as well as a business builder, you would like to close a couple $1,000s, if not serious cash, this is the time of year to do it. You want to close 20K, 10 in November and 10 in December. That's what we're doing over here in the business builder. So you have this. If you want to go ahead and grab the 5 levels of business awesomeness, I hope you've taken notes. This is super helpful. Every single time that we work together, and when you have a business question, you're like, I'm not sure what to do next. We walk right through all of these steps to identify where you're stuck, and then that's where we work. Okay, so the tools that I give you, even in the free zone, are tools that are so powerful because they can help you diagnose exactly where you're getting stuck. I know that a lot of times you're like, I don't understand how to use this, and I would love to talk to someone about it. That's exactly why we're here. Team Art Boss is here providing additional coaching on a weekly basis on how to not only just do the dabbling, but let's start taking what we know works and apply it to our business. So go ahead if you'd like to. If you're watching this either live or in replay, go ahead and grab a call. Grab a call right there, launch.karenauha.com/book. We're going to ask you a couple questions about your art business, kind of where you're stuck right now, so we can help you work through this whole entire art business awesomeness and then start working exactly where you need to be working. I want to work with you on step 3 really quickly, getting you through the place where you're resisting the change that your business needs and you're actually claiming resilience. And then we work right here in the art business formulas so that you can start making money right now and we can claim the awesomeness that happens during Black Friday. So awesome. Hey, you guys are amazing. I will be chatting with you next week as well. We'll be talking a little bit more about Black Friday sales next week. I'm going to tell you, we're working on our Black Friday sales and all of the content and the processes right now. If you wait till next week to start, you probably don't have enough time to get everything up and running quick enough. Okay. So please feel free to grab a call and we'll get you started today. I will talk to you guys later. You have a really great one and we'll see you next week.